What is up, guys? Welcome back. Um, I just opened up the game. Oh goodness, this is looking absolutely like, oh. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. I agree. I agree. You can steal all my information. I will play your game no matter what. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, it's just doing the junk. Yes, indeed. Man, it is loading fairly slowly. Alright, let's read some of this. The city and the nests. We understand the unique situation you find yourself in, Executive Manager. Allow us to lay down a number of key facts about our world here. In case you've become unfamiliar with your surroundings, we live in a massive city divided into 26 districts. Each district has a central area called a nest, whose inhabitants are under the protection of a corporate entity overseeing the district, much like a bird brooding its eggs. Alas, the corporation's protection doesn't extend beyond the nest's boundaries. The dwellers in the back streets have to fend for themselves. The wings. This term does not refer to a bird's bodily structure. However, one can't deny that the wing's role resembles that of a bird caring for its nest. The wings are a collective term we use to refer to the 26 biggest conglomerates in the city. These wings contribute to the quality of life in the city. I don't care about. Shut up. The quality of life in the city via astounding technological feats known as singularities. Under the jurisdiction of a wing, the citizens of each nest enjoy comfortable and safe lives. However, that changes the moment a wing is snapped or plucked of feathers. Historically, the fall of a wing has accompanied events of considerable magnitudes. In time, a wing will rise to fill that vacant spot, a nest. Lobotomy Corporation. The former wing that was located in Nest L, Lobotomy Corporation, or L Corp, was an energy company that produced an ample supply of power for the city. The corporation has fallen since the White Nights and Dark Days incident, and this spot of L's Nest wing remains unclaimed to this day. Because the former L Corp's electric grids had encompassed the city, its branches were built in various places. Though these branch facilities have all fallen to ruin with the collapse of the wing, you should still be able to find valuable goods, along with possibly the most dangerous beings you'll face. The Golden Bows. Within the depths of these facilities lie the Golden Bows, the essence of Lobotomy Corporation's energy production technology, or what's left of it. Its appearance is exactly as the name suggested, a tree radiating a golden glow. Your objective as an executive manager is to obtain these golden bows. Of course, any denizen of the city would be attracted to the promise of the infinite possibilities these items possess. The task of retrieval will not be easy, as grabbing goods from a convenience store. We implore you to collect all the golden bows with prudent decision making. It's downloading more. Abnormalities. Lobotomy Corporation used to produce energy using creatures they dubbed abnormalities. As this term suggests, these peculiar entities ranged from unfathomably bizarre and terrifying creatures to outwardly remarkable beings capable of causing potentially catastrophic events that result as a result of incorrect management procedures. After the wing's unexpected and swift collapse, most of the branches were subject to burial protocol, trapping these creatures underground alongside the likely oblivious employees. By now, the employees have most likely passed away, but the abnormalities don't succumb so easily. You can expect them to still prowl in the ruins of these sealed facilities. I hope we get to fight censored. Oh. Ego. Lobotomy Corporation was said to also have possessed technology, allowing them to extract weapons and armor from the abnormalities. It is speculated to be created using a technology that manifests their inner sides in material form. But unfortunately, we were unable to recover any means to replicate it. Relevant departments predict that your sinners will be able to manifest ego of their own, depending on their course of action. In addition, they expect ego from abnormalities to be available via emotional attachment. Enkephalin. This refers to the form of energy Lobotomy Corporation produced. While commonly known as a source of electricity, this is not the only use for it. This green substance, which normally exists in liquid form, is known to induce a considerable sense of relaxation. The former L-Corp administered appropriate doses of enkephalin to its employees, suffering great amounts of stress for increased work efficiency. However, overdose or exposure to unrefined forms of the substance, well, let's just say it didn't seem to end so well. Fixers are the all-round handymen of the city, canceling their handling their clients' various cases and incidents. One doesn't simply become a fixer by declaring to be one. In order to acquire a fixer license officially, one must rap on the door of an office authorized by the associations, or visit one of the associations in person. Furthermore, the license is only the beginning. To rise through the ranks and earn higher grades, they must prove themselves through trackable performance. Of course, some are uninterested in career advancement altogether. While fixers exist to solve the city's problems, it's no secret that these fixers can be sources of problems themselves. The associations are major organizations that supervise and manage fixers. The HANA Association is the center of all fixer-related affairs. Cases occurring in the city are handed over to associations according to their specialties, and then distribute those cases to the fixers that are deemed to be best suited for the job. An office is similar to an association in that it is an organized group of fixers, but it's usually far smaller in scale. Some of the offices are directly affiliated with an association that issues tasks to them. I am having trouble reading. While others seek clients and requests on their own, as some aptly put it, there are as many offices as there are fixers. A great number of offices exist in the city, seeing constant waves of new entries as well as those sucked up by metaphorical riptides. One moment. Alright. This might take a while. Okay. Well, I'm loving the music, by the way. This is actually really great information for people who don't know much about the game. I've played both the um, Lobotomy Corporation and Library of Ruina. Alright. Oh, this is cool. I'm like in love already. Oh. It's downloading very slowly. It's downloading very slowly. You know, enkephalin is an actual drug. Like, it actually exists. And I learned that after I played Lobotomy Corporation. Still 7 out of 11. This is crazy. Woohoo, we're on 8. 9! Oh, 7 just took forever. We're on 10 and it's going so quickly. Oh, we're finally in. Alright, let's go. I am not going to read because it's got the voice acting. I get to read me. You dare interrupt me just as I was engraving the... You must be out of your...
엄밀히 따져보면 스승님이 하려는 게 도시의 금기는 아니더라.
Oh, it's not one of the city's taboos, huh?
아무도 시도할 생각조차 못했던 그런 일이라고 해야 하나?
No one has ever dared to consider.
어라? 근데 이 녀석
그 사이에 머리를 갈아 끼웠군. 원래 당신 같은 자들은 준비성조차 철저한가?
Just wait till I get the... You'll be no match for my...
아무래도 저 대가리엔 입까지는 없는 모양인데?
째깍거리는 소리만 들리네. 속에서는 비명이라도 지르는 걸까? 째깍대는 소리가 빨라지는 걸 보니 아파하기는 하나 봐.
Damn it. Why am I being attacked? Not good. Memories are dissolving already. The... was done too quick.
뭐야? 이젠 잠잠하네.
늑대, 여긴 누구도 오지 않고 누구도 볼 수 없는 곳이야.
우린 가르침을 따라야 해. 시간을 끌어서는 안 되니까.
하지만 우리가 살면서 언제 이런 녀석을 죽여보겠어?
Oh my god.
사자, 너는 일을 할 때 너무 감정적이야. 공과 사는 구분하면 좋겠군.
Show some discretion.
얼굴을 보고 싶었는데 아쉽게 됐어. 당신의 별이 어디 있는지는 알려주지 않겠지.
Like hell I am. Start taking location to the grave with... Damn it. Where was... supposed to be again? My memories are escaping me too quickly.
그렇군. 입이 없었지.
Right, no mouth.
자연히 그것을 찾을 방법도 이자에게선 얻을 수 없겠군.
그럼 이제 끝내도 돼?
Oh my god, I love this art style.
그래.
이거 무슨 소리야? 표범, 설마 뒤에다가 추적자들을 달고 온 거야?
아니, 쫓아올 자는 아무도 없었어. 짐승일 확률은
짐승 소리가 아니야. 이건
It's not the sound a beast would make. It's...
버스.
저런 게 어떻게 여기까지 굴러 들어왔지?
How did it even end up here? Yeah.
조난당한 버스인가 본데? 길을 잘못 든 죗값은 생각보다 무거울 텐데.
사자가
Bested lion's strength?
여전히 내 눈이 틀림없다면 당신은 영광의 항구에 이르겠지.
If my eyes are still right, then you will reach the harbor of glory. Who are you? That nameplate. Plate. It says... Faust?
어두운 숲에서 길을 잃었군요.
I'm... sorry, what?
하지만 당신은 두렵지 않았어요.
That's... I could simply lift my head to find the star.
그래요. 이제 그 형상을 되뇌면서 제가 하는 말을 마음으로 외치세요. 너의 별을 따라가거라.
Follow your star. Follow your star. At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head. Oh no. Followed by the sting of several chains penetrating my chest. Ah! Holy shit.
걱정하지 마세요. 정말로 심장이
Relax.
멈추게 된게
Though it may
아닙니다.
feel otherwise, your heart is still functional.
이것으로
With this,
계약은
the pact has
완료되었습니다.
been sealed.
단테, 이제 저희는 당신의 시간에 귀속되었습니다.
What did you do?
이제 저희의 심장이
Oh, shit.
걷고 뛰면 당신의 시각이 어디 위치하는지에 따라 달렸습니다.
Where's the log? What did you do? Oh, I thought I skipped one. Okay.
잘 부탁드려요.
I hope you'll make a fine leader. Our...
정말 이걸로 된 건가요?
Is that really everything?
사과 한 알이 떨어졌어.
이 사람은 아직도 이상한 소리만 하네.
찌뿌둥해. 이제 움직여도 되는 거지?
뭐 몸을 풀어보는 것도 나쁘진 않겠지.
불쌍하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은 뭐니? 우리의 마지막 대원이 될 자인가?
아, 말 조심하는 게 좋을 걸. 우리 상사가 될 뿐이래.
습격은 순식간이었을 텐데 용케 머리를 숨겼군요.
Who are you people? And what's up with with this bus?
우리는 당신을 돕기 위해 찾아온 정의의 사자들이고 이건 원하는 곳은 어디든 갈 수 있는 마술 버스죠.
Justice? Bus? I don't...
그런 대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요? 그렇게 생각하는 쪽이 마음 편할 테니. 시간도 없고 유리한 상황도 아니니까 천천히 하지만 한 번만 설명하죠.
What are you explaining? So, after some time has passed, is what it... Yeah. After some time had passed. So, if I'm not mistaken, here... Or, if I'm not mistaken here, and I do as you've said, these total strangers will fight for me?
맞아요. 당신이 올바르게 명령을 내린다면요.
Alright. So we'll kill these arrogant vandals dead. Then I'll go back to where I was. And where I was, and what was I doing? Where was I when I did that? Something extremely important was upon me, something I shouldn't forget.
진정해요. 그 머리로 기억이 온전할 리가. 지금은 눈앞에 놓인 전투에 집중하죠, 단테.
뭐라고 불러야 할지. 시계 지휘관님? 아무튼 전투 명령을 내려주십시오.
뭘 명령까지야. 각계전투밖에 답이 없지 않나?
저기요.
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는 거야? 다 으스러뜨리면 그만이잖아.
최선을 다해주세요, 단테.
Oh my god, there's no two ways about it, huh? Allow me to show you the basics of management and command. You can give orders to centers by connecting chaining skills on the dashboard at the bottom of the screen. Okay, I know sort of how this works. Okay. After you have formed a chain of skills, press the right gear to begin combat. Okay.
금방 다녀올게.
It appears we need a powerful attack. Let's form the proper chain for it. Ooh. By chaining 2 or more skills of the same affinity, this turn you will cause resonance. Resonance boosts the damage of skills with the same sin affinity. Their color, in other words. The damage of each skill is boosted by the number of skills that come before it.
금방 다녀올게.
It wasn't enough, we must strike them even harder. This is absolute resonance, huh? Just as we covered, chaining 3 or more skills of the same affinity in succession causes absolute resonance. Every skill under absolute resonance receives a damage boost based on their total number. Likewise, this boost especially shines with more resonating skills.
금방 다녀올게.
It got staggered. You will find yellow stagger thresholds on health bars of both your sinners and enemies. When an attack puts a unit's HP below one of the yellowed line, they will become staggered. While staggered, all physical resistance is changed to fatal. If a unit's HP drops past multiple stagger thresholds in a single turn, their stagger level will increase. This stagger level can go up to 3, and as it increases, the damage the unit takes is amplified. I see, that's a stagger. You've staggered an enemy, now keep up the fight with what I've taught so far. Okay. Oh, this is so cool. Green, blue, green, blue. Yellow or blue?
행동을 개시합니다.
Okay. Let's take purple.
금방 다녀올게.
Holy shit, what the fuck? I feel like this was a...
이런 것들에게 사자가 당했다고.
잠깐만.
Whoa, hang on. I might actually end up reading. That's fine.
아저
I know this is kind of weird coming from someone you were just fighting, but I'm pretty sure we can talk this out.
이건 이상적이지 않소.
처음부터 말이 안 되는 싸움이라고 생각했는데
I knew it was a ridiculous idea to put up a fight against them.
다들 장난해? 날 시작도
Are you all kidding? I haven't even. What the hell is going on? You said you'll fight in my stead.
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
We never promised to win said fights. What?
그리고
And it seems that I'm the only survivor. Okay, so you were waiting for this. You have some hidden card up your sleeve, right?
비장의 수라기보다는
Not necessarily a
그저
trump. No, rather,
저를
it's about following the star.
따라가는 거죠.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가? 썩 유쾌하진 않군.
What? What am I supposed to do? They jumped in triumphantly, only to die like flies. I can't remember a thing about the past since I keep repeating what she said. I can't remember anything about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라. 사자.
Tell the serpent this, false lion.
이건 막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
This flow cannot be stopped. The man with red eyes. Red? But why?
내가 왜 팔다리만 잘라낸 줄 아나?
Do you know why I only dismembered those two?
그래야
Because at least one of you needs to be able to carry the rest out of here.
하동지둥 이곳을 벗어날 테니까. 달아난 팔과 다리.
And you're the only one left to offer them any help.
너밖에 없으니.
붉은 시선.
그렇게 노려보지 마. 네 놈들이 해놓은 짓에 비하면 별것도 아니잖아. 그 정도 부상이면 위에서도 충분히 할 일 했다고 생각할 거다. 훈장처럼 여기라고.
Wow.
아니면
Unless
여기서
you want this to be the end of your life. Whoa. Who are you one of them? You're too late. They're already.
늦은 건 아무것도
No one is
없습니다.
too late, Dante.
대.
Oh,
우리에게 필요한 건 오직
there's only one thing we need.
되돌릴 시간뿐이니까.
A little time to rewind. Suddenly overwhelmed with a sharp pain in my chest as though my heart were being torn asunder. Followed by flashes in the ribs, intestines, stomach, and lungs. Ah! Engulfed in a deluge of torment, twisting and squeezing my entire body, I let out an agonizing scream. In my fading conscience, the only thing I could perceive was the deceased's flesh reconstructing in a bizarre manner.
앞으로도 끝내주게 고통스러울 겁니다.
You'll suffer aplenty from now on, Dante. And the voice of the man with red eyes. I hear the howl of a beast somewhere. It cries ceaselessly. Is it wailing out of hunger, or...
움찔움찔거려. 일어난 걸까?
They're being itchy, twitchy. Did they get up?
드디어 정신을 차려.
Awake at last?
버티지 못하고 골라.
I would have been a tad disappointed if you croaked on us.
뻔했어.
상쾌한 아침. 나는야 버스 기사 카런.
This is Karen. Karen. It's like... I guess it's pronounced... she said Karen, so... Karen. The bus driver.
아침은 아니지만
It's not morning, but I guess it's refreshing. How do you feel, Dante?
단테.
I like the way he says Dante. Dante. Well,
제각거리는군.
TikTok ticking like a clock.
의사소통이 안 되는 건 제법 곤란한데.
Some language barrier this is.
저는
You may call me
벨비우스라고 합니다.
very.
이 말이 제대로 들린다면 무언가 이해했다는 행동이라도 취하시죠, 단테.
Oh, if you can understand what I'm saying, give me some kind of a reaction. Gave him a quick nod since he didn't seem hostile.
좋아. 듣는 것엔 문제가 없군.
At least your hearing is functional.
일단 출발하지, 카론.
Let's ride, Karen.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
Now departing. Vroom vroom. Oh. There was a heavy roar and vibrations as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep I don't know how to pronounce that word. It was then I realized I was aboard a bus. A bus. I can't be sure I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는 기억합니까?
Do you remember who you were? I shook my head to say no. I had been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism.
원래 기억을 되찾고 싶겠군.
I suppose you want your memory back. Am I right? I nodded. I sure feel like an idiot.
매끄럽.
Smooth as it gets.
다들 이렇게 몸짓으로만
What's to stop the
말하면
rest of
안
you from
되는
adopting
건가?
this gesture based on communication? Or, what's to stop the rest of you from adopting this gesture-based communication?
어떻게 생각하지?
Any words of yours, Miss Faust?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요.
Faust will kindly turn down this after.
저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이 그렇게 많지는 않을 것 같으니까요.
I doubt we'll have that much freedom over our own bodies most of the time. She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens without even without sunlight gives off a rather mysterious air.
단테.
Dante? Come to think of it, the red-eyed man has been calling me that too.
단테는
Dante is your name. The amnesia must be affecting you rather severely. Sure looks like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
점차 익숙해질 거랍니다.
You'll get used to it in time. Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier, and that Virgie, or whatever he was called, seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는
Faust can
제대로 된
hear what you
방법이
intend to
있나요?
speak. You really can. But how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발사는 머리를
Outdated
바꿔서
ideas must be
생깁니다.
the side effects that came with your head replacement.
언제나 혀 따위에 발성기관이 있어야만 대화를 할 수 있다는 건 시대착오적인
It's an
말이죠.
anarchist, anachronistic. It's anachronistic to think that vocal organs such as the chords or tongue are necessary to participate in conversation. Anachronistic? Anachronistic? Right. Never considered that.
당신의 말은 한 사람에게만 보낼 수 있고
You can limit the recipients of your words to one person, or choose to speak to everyone at once.
모두
Ah,
하는
a little
말은
clarification.
시간이 되겠군요.
When I say everyone, I'm only
시간
referring to the
소비자에
sinners.
해당하는 이야기예요.
Sinners?
당신의 뒤에
The people who
앉아
have taken seats behind you,
방금까지
and the ones
당신을
who
대신해서
fought in
싸운
your
사람들을
stead
말하는
until
거예요.
moments ago.
그대가 이 여정을 함께할
So thou art the final piece that completes our journey's cast. How I have yearned for this moment.
아니 형씨.
Say, pal,
돈 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
where'd you sell your old cranium off?
당신이었군요. 당신 덕에 박살난
Thanks for putting my spine back in one piece. Were you a surgeon or something in a nest?
다들 닥쳐. 잡음이 겹치는 것만큼 불쾌한 것도 없으니
I can't speak over this man.
자기 소개가 필요한 시점인가 보군. 그럼 가벼운 이야기를 시간을 주겠다. 앞에 앉은 것부터 시작.
아이, 왜 이런 건 항상 앞자리부터인지. 앞에 나서면 이제 진절머리가 나는데. 당신이 우리를 이끌 뭐더라? 관리자라고 하던데.
I heard you were gonna be our boss. Or, yeah, our manager. Manager?
그래. 그래서
Yep.
어떤 인물인지 굉장히
Which is why I
궁금해서
was
말이야.
real curious to meet you. And, forming the right sentences is tough work.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만
Don't know what you did with your old head, but I guess everyone has their story.
나는 그레고르라고 한다.
I'm Gregor.
잘
We're in this
부탁한다고.
together.
관리자.
Manager, bud. I love that. Relatively easy to handle in terms of personality, however, the upsurge in emotion or a sudden change of environment may cause parts or the whole of his body to transform into insectile. Notably akin to carapace, resembling that of the blank tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obligated to be nice, we recommend keeping your facial expression in check so that your disgust is not visible to him. He sometimes uses cynical language, but he can still be resonated with, and you can get around him without much difficulty as long as you learn the knack of it. I don't have a face.
그래. 양반이 뭐야, 양반이.
They aren't just your bud or pal. You're talking to the person who will make us filthy rich.
그래?
Greg? Rich? What's that about?
양반보다는
Let's see. What's better? Dante.
이름으로 부를게.
Don't mind me if I call you by name. You can call me, Radia. Let's see what's better. Dante. Don't mind me if I call you by your name. You can call me Radia. The unfortunate traits of being backstreets born are apparent in this center. But she loves money, gambling, and betting, so it is advised you pay close attention to her as the manager. She tends to deflect others with an unimpressive wink or silly joke. We recommend a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her superior. Her mood may be down at irregular intervals. There is nothing you can do to aid her in that state. We recommend waiting for it to pass.
난 당신이 우리의 관리자가
I think there's a,
되는데 이유가
good
있어.
reason you became our manager.
분명
I'm sure
원래는
you
굉장히
used to be a
굉장한
big deal back
사람이었지.
in the nest, right?
그때 버릇을
When your old
조금만
habits start
내비쳐도
coming back, we'll
우리한테 돈이 주르륵
be
들어올
that much
생각을
closer to
했니?
rolling in the dough. She does have sociability. Sociability. I'll give her that.
아차, 내 정신 좀 봐.
Oh gosh, look at me keeping on.
다음은 네 차례야.
Hey kid, it's your turn next.
안녕하세요.
Good day.
아우, 시시해. 그게 끝이야?
I'm Sinclair.
해요.
I love him already. Even the volatile nature of human growth around his age taken into consideration, the center team seems to be particularly startled or frown when spoken to. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as split innards at first. As there may be those with violent tendencies among your crew, we recommend taking an approach focused on positive reinforcement with this sinner. He appears to be to possess a murderous gaze that he himself isn't aware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession with the right stimuli. I love him already. This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company of his own accord?
더
I-
해야 할
is
말이
there-
있나요?
Anything else I need to say?
회사는
I've never worked for a company before.
뭐 앞으로 남은 날은 많을 테니까. 그럼 거기 괴짜 친구가 다음 타자하자.
Nerdy pal.
이상이라 하오.
I'm Yisung. This is just... Oh my god. So we were introduced to. Okay. We were introduced to him. Yeah. We've got Gregor. That's gonna be our Malkuth, or the manager. Her. Oof. Who is she? I I think she's actually closer to Callie or Gibira. We got Sinclair, who's closest to Netzak. Yi Sang, who looks to be our fucking Yasad, the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing. This center possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that everyday conversations with this center will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Avoiding communication altogether will pose risk on its own, however. If the center remains silent for a long time, that means he is currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend waiting patiently for him. That's it? No smoke or mirrors. I waited for him to reveal that he was pulling a prank or something, but he just stared vacantly into the window, disinterested. I can't believe you people aren't proper introductions. I can't believe you people. Aren't proper introductions the first step to being a member of society?
저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요.
Call me Ishmael, if you please. This looks to be Tifereth. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of your sinners, but do not worry. This sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without complaint. She is likely to make reasonable judgments, so it is a good idea to start conversations while looking her way. Start conversations while looking her way, if you're seeking sound advice. However, you mustn't forget, this sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a wrong turn with her, it will be a difficult task to regain her trust.
되게 동강난 몸이 돌아왔다고 들었어요. 앞으로도 잘 부탁해요.
Heard you glued our bodies back together from pieces. I look forward to working with you. She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Although she emphasized socially, she didn't feel the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네. 나는 사회생활하고는 거리가
Sorry to disappoint, because I don't care too much for fitting in.
히스클리프.
Name's Heathcliff.
멋대로 부수고 깨부수는 일은
Used to be a
전문으로
professional wrecker for property and people alike. This sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. His thoughts and feelings blatantly visible in his demeanor and are blatantly visible in his demeanor, and he has no intention of hiding them. His brashness may cause headaches for physical injury leading to a headache, or physical injury leading to a headache. In the process of forming a relationship, please do note that this is not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. If his fit of rage persists, please contact the Human Resources Department. Once you realize that he is the type that tends to be simple-minded, you'll have an easier time handling him.
누가 시켜서가
Not
아니라
under anyone's orders,
거슬리는
mind you.
것들에게 하고 다니긴
I only did it to buggers that got on my nerves.
당신도 조심하라고.
So you better watch it.
나는 윗사람이라고
I'm
그들
deathly
맞고
allergic to
사람한테
cocky gophers who think they can boss me around. I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가? 난 동키호테일세.
'Tis my turn to speak. I am Don Quixote? There is no sinner that can outmatch this one's level of passion. If we were to measure it in an avid aficionada of all things Fixer, she adorns herself with a variety of Fixer-related merchandise. They won't affect her performance in combat one way or another. So there is no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She is deeply immersed in the role of a righteous fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed? Really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission. That's funny. I am a fixer who shall sprint for the dream side by side. A pleasure to have thee. A fixer? That definitely feels like a term I used to know. Dost thou wish to know what it is? I can answer thy questions. Fixers are protectors of the city. Ah, perchance thou mayst struggle to remember the city. 'Tis... I believe I said this was for brief introductions. Don't make me say it twice. Next. My name is Hong Lu. I hope we can get along well. Okay, Chised. That's our Chised. This has got to be our Chised, right? A sinner who had lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for free life. But occasionally, he may make an ignorant and unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by a certain other sinner, or other aspects of the lowly culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, so it is ill-advised to let them get physical over it. Wow. And look at you. Isn't that a fascinating head there? A popular model these days, I suppose? No, this isn't that kind of... It's not of my interest, though. The hell's wrong with your attitude? Heathcliff looked to be moments away from swinging his bat, but when he realized the red gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat back down. It's Ryushu. As they say, every person has their own creed, and it's only right to respect it as the executive manager. But some creeds you will have difficulty in even pretending to sympathize. You will have noticed the sinner in question is a silent chain smoker, whose eyes shine with euphoric gleam only during battle. So this is our Gibura. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's head is an uncultured act and a step backwards for art. Caution. This sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It is advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you. Sure's nice to meet you. What was at what point was I supposed to laugh? Mersalt. Please refer to me as such. Meersalt. Wants clear and concise commands requiring no judgment on his part. You're pretty polite. This isn't anything special. I'm simply behaving normally. I'm almost touched, Mercy. Touched. Mercy. Yes. It felt as if something were... Whoa! I just dropped my phone. Oh, one second. We'll go. It felt as if something were gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting. I felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand. Please, I would never make my manager grovel before me.
당치도 본인은
My name is
X라고 합니다. 예전에
Otis.
실례했던 부분에
Otis.
사과드리고 싶습니다.
Otis. I would apologize for my rudeness earlier. I would like to apologize for my rudeness earlier. My name is Otis? Okay. This center could serve as an excellent advisor, depending on your capability. However, she also has a meddlesome tendency, so it is recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She is an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life, making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You could trust her with simple repairs of the bus. Notice, unlike other centers, accessing records pertaining to the past of this center is not permitted. Warning, keep an eye on this center, and beware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purpose other than completing our company's mission. Rudeness? Huh? Oh, please. Your generosity is a humbling sight.
역시
I knew at first glance that you have what it takes to lead us.
한눈에 알아봤습니다.
Huh? Sorry?
인간의 대부분은
While most humans cause noise and friction as a result of confrontation,
그중 소수는
some are able to wreak out mutual benefit from coming head to head.
검을 날카롭게 펴리기
It could be compared to the relationship between a blade and a whetstone.
누구보다
I vow to serve you with unrivaled devotion, Executive Manager. My blade is yours to wield. That's reassuring. Thanks. I gave her an approving nod, even though I still don't know what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는 불쌍하게 나뒹군다고 말하더니 잘도 그런 말을 성대 밖으로 꺼낼 수 있네요.
A miserably writhing wretch? I think I see now.
제가 마지막이네요.
It seems I am...
파우스트입니다.
It seems I am the last... Faust is the name. The sinner who developed the engine of Mephistopheles, the bus operated by Limbus Company. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom. This is going to be our Angela. And she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing, but as seen with how she treats everyone with subtle gestures of arrogance, there is no hope for parting with it. Ever. We recommend simply nodding once and getting over it. Even though she has an unparalleled genius, we can't quite figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find it. A genius with whom you're lucky to cross paths even once in your life. Sounds like you aren't convinced, Dante.
괜찮습니다.
Well, it's fine.
경험을 통해
You'll come to learn all is in due time. Learn what?
파우스트가
That Faust is indeed a brilliant mind.
사실 말이에요. 관측자가 깨닫지 못한다 하여
When a proverbial tree falls, the fact of its sound cannot become the truth when the outside observer fails to recognize it. Okay,
소개는
that's enough greetings. Dante, let me explain your new occupation. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고.
They're asking if the job you're about to explain is that of the manager. Come to think of it, that red-eyed man couldn't hear me, unlike the sinners.
맞습니다.
That's correct, Executive Manager, Dante.
당신은 지금
You'll embark on a trip to the inferno of the 12 sinners who just introduced themselves. The inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는 이유를 묻네요.
How about this?
지옥의 끝에는
Treasure awaits at the end of the road.
그렇게
Would that suffice?
말하겠습니까?
You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something? They can't seem to get you at all.
못하는군요.
이 해를 요구한 건 아닙니다, 단테. 의사를 물은
Nor was it a question of your willingness.
머리를 되찾고 싶다면
This guy gives me chills, like, holy shit, daddy. You'll have to listen to me if you want to reclaim your memories and original head. I mean, I do want them back, but
미적거리네요.
they're hesitant. Miss Faust, what will we do if Dante keeps refusing to cooperate? This was not a scenario we anticipated.
무슨 말씀을?
Preposterous. Faust anticipates every
모든 것을
possibility.
예상한답니다. 단테,
Dante, once you've completed all your missions,
당신은
you'll be able to engrave the aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
I can promise you that. Aspect. A word that strikes my mind intensely, even though my memories are gone. Underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition, I make my choice.
보이죠? 고개를 끄덕이잖아요.
See? They're nodding.
좋아.
Good.
계속 가면
Then we
되겠어.
can continue.
그런데 카론,
By the way, Karan,
아까부터 왜
why isn't the
출발을
bus
하고 있지?
moving? Were you dozing off?
버스 기사는
A bus driver only snoozes at rest spots. Verg.
메피 앞에 이상한 놈들이 서성이고 있었어.
Weirdos were hanging around in front of Mephi.
카론, 말했잖아.
I told you, Karan.
버스에 무슨 일이
If anything
생기면
happens with the
곧바로
bus,
알려야
you've got to let me
한다니까.
know right away. Mephi? Who's that?
메피스토펠레스.
Mephistopheles, the name of the bus and the engine that runs it.
그리고
And Faust's magnum opus cordis,
지옥을 순항하기에는
an ideal ferry boat to bear us across the inferno.
그렇게 생각하지
Wouldn't you agree, Dante? I wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니
Looks like they're just another pack of dirty rats living in the back streets.
마침 잘 됐습니다.
This is just the right time, Dante. This should make perfect targets for practicing your command.
나위 없는 조건이군요.
단테, 처음
Dante, I
전투에서는
skipped over many details during our first battle.
제대로 설명할
We were
시간이
short on time
없었습니다.
after all.
하지만 그런
However,
식으로만 전투가
we'll be
되어지면
slaughtered frequently if no improvements are made to your strategy.
당신은
And
우리를
in turn,
살리기 위해
You'll
의무와
have to endure
고통을
some
느껴야
senseless
하죠.
pain over and over again to revive us. Pain? Revive? You mean what happened earlier was...
네,
Yes, we were brought back to life because you turned back the clock.
우린
I don't believe that much is necessary, Miss Faust.
답니다. 파우스트 씨. 자잘한 담소는
Let's save the chatter for later. Sinners off the bus.
전원 하차.
전투에 대한 설명이 없
Allow me to elaborate on combat. Man, this is like... I am in love. I want... Sinclair. Timon.
앞장서시오.
따라가겠어요.
I want to bring Sinclair, come on. Okay. So it's blue, purple, and 2 orange. 2 purple, 2 orange. Okay.
네, 문
내가 필요해?
최선을 다해볼게.
Okay, it's making me pick a full team. Seems to be mostly green and blue, or green and indigo. Oh, or green, blue, indigo. Yeah.
목적지는 호기만소.
Interesting. All actions are dictated by a speed value. Okay, so this is our speed dice. Random number chosen within a given range each turn. Speed dice is basically how you determine actions in combat. Okay. Okay, let's go blue, red. There's gonna be a green coming down, so blue, yellow. Upward slash. That's the same. What is this? Deflect. Okay, okay. When hit by an attack, fixed swipe. Okay. I'm gonna save the green. Oh, I see. Okay, so these bottom ones is what everyone is doing. Indeed. I like this.
행동을 개시합니다.
Oh my god, this is wonderful. Before using a skill, characters will flip a coin to determine its final power value. Higher power means higher damage. The number of coins indicates how many attacks are made. 2 coins means 2 hits. Oh, that's that up there. Before using a skill, a character will flip coins to determine its final power value. Higher, yeah, you said that. Usually, if a coin lands on heads, its power will be added to the skill's power. Looks like the skill will be strengthened this time. The added power persists over the next coin toss. At the start of each turn, a skill slot will be added for a sinner that has yet to receive an additional one. And this happens, and it can only... Okay, I know that. Okay, let's do green. What are clashes? Okay, I know how clashes work. Because I played Library of Ruina, and it seems to be very similar. Compared, greater power wins. Yeah. Green. Okay, I win these. Save my purple. Okay. Can I redirect attacks? Okay. Oh my goodness. When a coin clash begins, 2 characters will each toss a coin to determine their skill's power in the clash. And then the side with the more power wins and destroys the opponent's coin. When the clash will continue until one side has run out of coins. When a character's final coin is destroyed, their skill is cancelled and the clash will end in a complete defeat.
지금이 기회입니다.
So you basically... Oh, you get to reuse dice. Holy shit. The blue orb next to a character's health bar is the indicator of their sanity, or SP. It has a range of -45 to +45. Units with higher sanity have a higher chance of their coin flips being beneficial. Defeating enemies boosts sanity, while ally deaths will harm sanity. At low sanity, fall into low morale or panic. And they're in panic. You can view the effects of ailments of a unit in the indicated area. Press or hover over one of the affected icons to examine it in detail. They can't act. Okay. All of your foes have fallen into panic. Now's our chance. Give us orders at your discretion. Okay. Green, blue, blue, green. Do I want to go orange, orange? Yeah.
금방 다녀올게.
Oh my god, this is wonderful.
아까보다는 쓸만해 보이는군.
I'm in love. I am in love with this game. You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away save for one, though. Shouldn't we go after them?
놓친 적을 걱정.
They're worried over foes we lost.
걱정할 건
No need for
없으니까.
concern.
마치
That's the direction we're heading anyway.
가론
Caron,
발판을 꽂고
metal touches metal.
신나는 기분으로
Up for an
달릴게.
exciting ride. Oh, no. Let me use my green boy.
따라갈 준비는 끝났습니다.
I want to use my green boy. Come on. Let me use my green boy. Please form a chain of skills. I have more to teach you. Green, green, green. Purple, orange. Attack types have affinities. Skills have two major properties, their attack type and sin affinity. The attack types are Slash, Pierce, and Blunt, and the sin affinities are Wrath, Lust, Sloth, Gluttony, Gloom, Pride, and Envy. Combined with resistances, so this is basically the 7 deadly sins, okay. Except for Gloom. What did that replace? I don't remember. Greed. It replaced greed. Combined with resistance and attack types. Combined with resistances and attack types and affinities determine the damage of skills. Okay. At this part here, you can check the attack type and sin affinity of the skills your sinners will use. Okay. You can see the resistances and weaknesses of each unit up here. This hooligan is vulnerable to slash. Okay.
금방 다녀올게.
Oh my god. It's so chaotic.
지금이 기회입니다.
You also have defensive skills at your disposal. Defense skills only activate when a unit is subject to an unopposed attack. Thus, it's effective when being targeted by multiple foes. Okay. Unlike attack skills, defense skills need to be generated. Let's generate a guard skill first. If you'd be so kind to press Gregor's portrait. Oh. The shield will absorb incoming damage first. Using guard multiple times in a single turn will have it activate against an equivalent number of attacks. Good. A guard skill has been generated, so let's do the same for a counter skill. If you'd be... okay. Radia. Unlike other defense skills, counter has an affinity and will generate its corresponding sin resource. When using counter, the character will launch an unopposed attack after being hit. Using multiple counters in a single turn will increase the number of incoming attacks that the unit will strike back. However, the unit cannot launch a counter while staggered. Evade. When using evade, the character will dodge if the evade's final power value is greater than or equal to the incoming attack. Attack will hit with full force if the evade's power is lower, so be careful. Using multiple evades in a single turn will increase the number of possible reuses. eliminate all of our enemies.
좋아, 간다.
Man, I cannot tell what is going on. Okay. Let's go blue, red, blue, blue. That's absolute resonance. Green. That's the same. And they're weak to slash. Upwards. It's blunt. 513 or 411. Alright, let's go this.
행동을 개시합니다.
That's dead. Cool.
혹의 거울
Holy shit.
깨졌어.
They're just piles of mush on the floor.
혹의 거울은 깨졌어.
한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단체.
잠시만요.
Give me a second.
뭐죠?
What is it?
저는
I joined this company because I was told that I'll be able to advance my career without slowing down.
그런데 지금은
But right now, it's nothing but meaningless violence.
계속 의미 없는
Like we're
생각만
rats or something.
의미가 없진 않소.
I object to it. I object to its meaninglessness. Those were evildoers who attacked us.
시끄러워요.
Please, just be quiet for a moment.
아무튼
Anyway, if all we're going to do is beat up people under orders like hired thugs, I'll have to consider changing jobs sooner or later.
입사 계약서를
Haven't you read your contract?
회사는
Resignation is not permitted. Do you think the contract has any say if it's based on lies?
계약이 효력이 있을 거라 생각하는 건가요?
당연히 효력이 있죠.
Of course it does.
애초에 거짓말은 없었어요.
There were no lies on it.
네?
설마 제가
You didn't think
그저 운송만 하는 버스로 만들었을 것 같아요.
Mephistopheles was built to be a mere means of transportation, did you?
루피는 항상 배고프다.
Mephi is always hungry.
그래서 울어.
It keeps crying. The bus gets hungry.
엔진이 연료를 섭취할
When the
때
engine
부산.
when the engine ingests fuel, it yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸 통해
Using that, you can grow more powerful.
이상 씨는
I'm sure Yi-sung knows this well.
거울 속에서
When all possibilities are drawn from the mirror.
성장 또한 제약이 없어.
There's no limit to one's growth.
거울 속에 나는 나인가 아니면 또 다른 누구인가.
Is the self in the mirror my reflection, or another being entirely? Possibilities. You draw what exactly? Whoa. It's making me go to extract. Where am I going? Extract 1.
누구보다 신속하게 그들에게 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
Drive. Inferno. So this is going to be my missions. Here's how I continue. Clear with intent. Oh, there's gonna be Objectives? I wanna use my... I wanna use Sinclair, come on. Oh.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러
Let me use
가자고.
Sinclair.
그렇군요.
I see. This is
이건 걸 의미하는 건가요?
what that was about.
너무 마음이 급할
There's no
필요는
need to get
없어요,
impatient,
이스마엘.
Ismail.
버스가 향하면 자연히
As the bus goes onward, you'll naturally
자연히
take on more important tasks than beating the life out of random crooks. I know you're eager to achieve your goals, but do try to have patience.
거울 세계에 있는
Since this
우리들의
works by
모든 가능성 중
whisking
하나를
out
끄집어내는
one of
거예요.
your limitless possibilities from the mirrored
여기
world,
지워졌을 거예요.
it'll have overwritten a part of our memories.
곧 익숙해질 거예요.
You'll get used to it in no time.
뭐야? 그거
Whoa, hang on.
재밌는데?
That sounds a bit dangerous, don't it?
이러다가 내가 내
What if I'm no longer my old self by the end?
여러분은 세세의
Don't mistake
세계가
yourselves for the ship of Theseus.
인격과
While it's
기억을
true that you'll borrow the identities and
조건이
memories, the system is designed to ensure you don't lose control of your own existence.
거울에 비추는 나는 사뭇 다를 수
Different though your reflection may be, it is bound to vanish once you walk away from the mirror.
뜻도 아닐기에.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는
How our capability grows ultimately depends on you, Manager Dante.
거울 세계의 다양한
It is up to you.
가장 효과적인
one
더
second.
쉬운 일을 하실 테니
It is up to you to place the most effective figment of possibility on us at the right times.
메타몰프시스를 말하는 건가요?
I believe that's what you call metamorphosis.
네, 일종의 탈퇴.
Yes, I suppose you could say that's a form of transformation.
어머?
Golly,
어려운 단어는
where'd you learn such big words like that?
줄어들었다.
I picked it up.
이 사람 저 사람
My prior
많이
profession
만나봐야
required
되는
meeting
일이
people
있었거든.
with various occupations.
전신이라.
Verwandlung, huh?
담소는 끝났나?
Done chatting?
일단 길부터
Let's make the way.
어차피
Let's make the way
지금
first.
붙어 있어.
You'll spend more time together than you'll ever ask for, so keep that combo for later. This is the list of skills from which you will draw. Skill set. Cool. Please press a character to open their info tab.
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안 되는데.
Ah. Okay. I love this game. Press a character to open their info tab. Yeah. Each center you control has their own group of skills and a number. Used skills are treated as discarded from the skill set, and they will not reappear until every other skill set has been used, thus refilling it. Okay. Additionally, attack skills have an offense level. In clashes, the differences in offense levels may affect the outcome. That should be the basics of center skills. Now give them your orders. Okay. I want to resonate. Yeah.
행동을 개시합니다.
Holy shit, I am in love. And everyone's just getting staggered instantly. Besides the skills your centers have passive, centers and battles have their combat passives active. Centers who are not directly participating in battle will provide aid with their support passives. To put theory into practice, activate a passive by chaining two pride skills. That is orange, right? Pride might be blue. Because it's forcing me to do blue. Okay. So Pride's gonna be blue. This portion will indicate what passives are active. 10% with negative status effects. Okay.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
God, I am in love. Our current encounter sometimes comes in multiple waves. Okay. So if you defeat the first wave, the second one will come. To help us with this, your sinners possess powerful skills called ego, manifested by resonating with their emotions. To use your ego, you need affinity-based resources. You can view the resources you currently have stockpiled on your right. Okay. This first time, trying your hand at ego, I've collected the necessary resources for you to, This is special power. You'll need to gather them on your own from now on. Sinners who can currently use ego will be highlighted. Okay. Ego skills must be generated on the dashboard, much like defensive skills. Press and hold here. Press the icon of ego you will use. This can also be used to cancel the ones you've generated. Ego is basically our ultimate moves. Ego is powerful equipment that manifests by resonating with your sinner's emotions. To use an ego skill, you need sin affinity-based resources. Whether you use an attack skill, you'll gain a resource matching. Okay, when I use a skill, I'll gain resource. That's over there. Oh, using ego on low sanity could corrupt your sinner. Okay. After using ego skill, its passive ability will be activated on the next turn and further empower the sinner for the rest of battle. Make sure to use good use of the variety of passives ego has to offer. Okay. So I do this. Purple, purple. Blue, purple. Attack skills can be single target or multi-target. The latter are called AoE. It seems Ego is about to be played, has an AoE skill. Okay. Okay.
폭들을 제거하겠소. 셔츠는 낙엽하오.
God, this is awesome. Oh, lag. Oh,
모든 결과들은
Foss knows all outcomes.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
That is amazing. Staggered. Eagle will be an important part of your strategy. Allow me to introduce a useful feature. You can let the game chain skills for you. Chains will be automatically chosen depending on what buttons you press. Damage and win rate audio chaining. Win rate picks skills that are most likely to win clashes. Damage, as the name implies, picks skills that can hurt your enemies the most. Auto chaining is only available on stages where you've cleared the X conditions. Note that auto chains are not necessarily the guaranteed optimal solution. Okay. I'm just gonna go damage.
좋아, 간다.
Because that can... This is, I assume that the...
겨우 이 정도야?
완전한 침묵.
Oh,
길이 열렸어.
road's clear.
하지만 배를
But Verg,
몇
Mephi
개
could have run them over just fine.
뚫렸을 거야.
Huh? What did I fight for then? What did I fight for then? Sensing a rattling agitation in my gestures, Vergilius stepped in.
진정하시죠.
Calm yourself, Dante.
걸음마도 떼지 못한 아이의
It's not right to ask a toddler to run when it has yet to take its first steps.
걸어볼 기회가
You'll need every opportunity to try and walk before you're made to run.
그리고
Furthermore, Dante,
당신은
as the manager, it's your job to manage your staff.
업무입니다. 나는
And I
길잡이
am the guide. I decide where we go and how we arrive there.
내가 판단합니다.
Oh.
알겠습니까?
Do you get it?
토달지 말라고.
Don't argue with me. How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me?
찌깍거리긴 하는데
I heard ticking.
뭐라고 하는 거지?
So what did they say, Miss Faust?
뜻이
별말 없었습니다.
Nothing much.
긍정을 성대하게
Some verbose agreement, that was. A nod should be enough to let me know what you approve, Dante.
그럼 메피,
Now, Mephi, off we go.
야호.
Yaho. Oh,
그런 기분이
how are you feeling, Caron?
매우 신나.
Extreme.
날아갈 것 같습니다.
Excitement. About to walk on air, reports Caron.
좋아.
Good. So, where are we going?
베르길리우스,
They'd like to know the destination. I believe I told you that already, Dante. But just where are we going? With a sigh, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
지옥으로 출발하지.
Oh my god! This is like... Lament. Face the sin, save the ego. Holy shit. I am in love. That was just the... Oh. That was just the... Wow. Oh, there's a battle pass that you can pay for. That's fine. I don't need that. I'm not gonna pay for this. It's fine. It's fine. Holy shit, this game.
수감자들별로 대화의 수준 차이를 다르게 적용할지 생각 중이에요. 2번 이상씩 말을 반복하는 건 비효율적이니까요.
그럴듯한 예술을 본 지도 오래되었군.
Holy shit.
그럴 땐 어디서 본 것들만 잔뜩 찍어내기만 하고.
저한테 무슨 볼 일이라도 있으신 겁니까, 관리자님? 귀책되어야 할 사유가 있다면 분명하게 말씀해 주시는 게 좋습니다.
마음이 어지러울 땐 간단해요.
Holy shit.
그냥 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지 뭐 하는 생각이면 세상 어려울 게 없답니다.
관리자라고 해서 훈계하거나 쓸데없는 계획 세울 생각은 하지 마라. 난 남의 말은 안 듣거든.
그래도 관리자님이 계셔서 다행이라고 생각해요. 생각이 똑바로 박힌 인간이 한 사람이라도 더 있는 게 낫죠.
남들은 돈을 멀리하라고 하지만 말도 안 되는 소리야. 돈을 숭배하는 사람은 망하지만 나처럼 돈을 사랑하는 사람은 무조건 성공한다니까.
I am in love with this game.
관리자님은 대단한 것 같아요. 전 아직도 적응 못해서 쩔쩔매고 있는데 관리자님은 기억을 잃어도 능숙하게 저희를 이끌고 계시잖아요.
Ah.
관리자님은
How much are you ready to
어디까지
sacrifice?
내어줄 수
Holy.
있으십니까? 어디까지 자신을 놓아버릴 수 있으십니까?
우리 관리자 양반은 평소에는 뭐 하면서 지내나? 이 담배라도 보내주고 싶은데 그러지도 못하겠군.
아마 예전 같았으면 상상도 못했을 거예요.
Oh my god, they've got so many. I can't.
그러니까
Oh my bum.
지금 제가 하는 일이 마음에 안 든다는 건 아니고요. 그냥
나는 유려하면서도 비범하게 심장을 베는 법을 알고 있어.
Blade lineage. Salsu Yisung. Wow. Alright. Limbus Company grand opening. That is awesome. Wow. Oh, what's this? System notice. How to submit inquiries. Server error. Ba-ba. Okay. Orientation. Wow. Daily login. Haha. Oh my god. I love this. Oh, so this is, that's the paid income, right? So you can have paid luminosity and free. Let's do a few of these. I don't know if this is going to be useful for me. Okay. Alright, let's do that's it for that. Holy shit. Okay. The Outcast. Vroom vroom. Let's just let's keep going. Verg.
앞에 장애물이
Blockage ahead. Permission to vroom vroom.
해도 돼?
The chatter was what finally got me to open my eyes. After all, nothing beats blocking out your sight when you want to keep boredom at bay. Nothing that there was much else to do on the bus whose destination was unknown to me. My lack of head and memories certainly don't help either. Alright, let's proceed.
덜컹덜컹.
Here come the bumpity bumps.
비싼 세정제야. 베르가 큰
Expensive
맘을
washer
먹고
fluid.
있어.
Verg said he'd pay a fortune. The clumps stick to the window, gently dissolve, letting light through. Many different sets of eyes on the bus are lethargically facing forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene, but based on the others' reactions, maybe this kind of violence is common in the city. Hey, it felt rather awkward to close my eyes again, now that I was wide awake. That's when the conspicuously bearded man grabbed my attention. I mean, glasses. You know where we're going right now? A feature far more conspicuous than his beard made me slip.
방금 벌레 양반이라고 부르려고 했지?
You almost called me Bug Guy, didn't you?
다시 한번
Once again, my name is Gregor. The same way you're called Dante and not Clockface. I couldn't find any excuse, so I just gave back a light nod. Say, bus girly, where are we headed?
다시 한번 말하자면
Once again, my name is Karan.
카론이에요. 당신이 벌레
The same
양반이라면
way you're called Gregor and not Bug Guy. She got you there, Gregor. She really did.
베르가 말했어.
Verg said,
수감자들은
the sinners will go to District 4.
방금 사구라고 말했는가? 그곳은 연주낭자의 출신지로 유명하지. 영웅의 발자취는 그때부터 시작돼.
Bloody hell, you're rattling on and on. Can't you just shut up and let the trip go in peace? Why, I had remained silent until a mere moments ago. I said to shut up.
이봐요.
Sorry, did you happen to realize you're being louder here? Even if you can't die, you can sure as hell suffer, no? So say that again.
옳은 말을 했는데
I say
그러는 게 폭력이라니.
I say the right thing, and your first response is violence? Shows how refined you are. I contemplated for a second. Should I step in this? Should I step in? Is this the part where I exercise my authority as the manager with dignity and grace? A faint memory urges me to do something. No, guys. It's inadvisable to lose your...
모분초도
tranches.
모가지를 분질러야 조용해지지.
To write against noisy, crying hogs entails scragging. Senseless violence shan't be forgiven. I will bring about justice.
아, 이럴 줄
I knew this would happen if it left a spot on my...
저기,
It left a spot on my clothes. Look, do you guys really have to fight next to me? I must be mad. We haven't even reached our destination and they've already killed 3 of our own. That is. Can't take a small break without anticipating trouble, can I? You 4. Cleaning duty for the next month. Such unfairness! I merely sought the hand of justice.
잠깐.
Oh, also, tell them to do my laundry too. Blood doesn't wash off easily as wine stains. Sheesh, dry cleaning's costly. No one bats an eye at the lifeless janitors to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefinite revivals for granted. But I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back. Dante, I'd like you to turn the clock back. Turn the clock? That must mean there's a puzzled look when your face should be. I'll keep this in mind.
파우스트 씨,
Miss Faust. And gestures to me. She let out a small sigh, but still came to my seat, probably out of a sense of obligation.
처음 만났던 날에도
This is the same thing you did the day we first met, Dante, though I suppose it was more of an instinctual reaction.
자,
Now let's try again. Close your eyes. I had no reason not to follow Faust's instructions here.
사실
In fact, the door is everywhere.
그러나 당신은
However,
보이지.
only you can see it, for the stars never set in your sky.
당신의 하늘엔 별이 지지 않았으니까.
At that, I felt a thread of light creep into my sight. As if to open my eyes and embrace that light. Then I saw space. I was alone there. And a massive door stood before me. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Suffocating heat and agonizing cries seeped through the gap. Hearing the endless laments and wailing for even a split second made me feel faint. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping at its handles as if it's what I was born to do. Despite being seemingly heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. I groped about the door. Thousands upon thousands of lost whales lay within. And reaching inside, I grab a few unknown hands. I can feel the histories of different sins bearing their brands crawl up my hand and onto my arm.
고통을 나눌 준비가
Art thou prepared to share the pain? Could that have been a question? Or rather, pressure to comply. Sorry. I pulled forth the sinners, grasping my hand with all of my strength. Immense pain. A terrible pain shreds through my neck and head. It's so crushingly severe it makes me wish I were dead. The indescribable sensation of bone and muscle twisting and tangling with each other goes on for what feels like an eternity. My legs weren't prepared to endure all this agony. I fell to kneel atop a pool of blood and helplessness. Then I see it. Trembles and bloody pools gradually growing into waves and bubbles rising from the floor. Soon that blood soaking into the ground coalesced into three masses. Then the agony seemed to last forever. That seemed to last forever. Vanished, just like that. The lumps of blood rose into the air and flew away. My sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning to the grumbling bus. How does it feel to have your head back after it was severed? Was it exciting? Right as Heathcliff is restored to consciousness, he rubs his neck and mutters vulgar words, and approaches Ryushu. Hold on, I just brought you back, and you're going straight into another fight? Heathcliff turns around to glare at me. His eyes are those of a man devoured by blind fury. Isn't it your job to bring us back? If your job's done, then step aside before I knock your dumb clock off. Please, wait, Dante! Please, wait, Dante looks like they're in a lot of pain, so we really should... Before he could finish, Heathcliff caved in the side of Sinclair's head. The incoherent gurgles of a dying person violate my ears. Next time, Clockface, you're crushed. Are we clear? You really are as coarse as you look. Was dying once not enough for you? Heathcliff tightens his grip on the bat, and Ishmael is ready to swing her weapon as well. Have I seriously become the manager of people who can't be stopped even by death? While I was lost in thought, all tension in the bus suddenly dropped and froze over. It seems this team is in serious need of discipline. The sinners on a collision course stopped dead in their tracks. A cold pair of red eyes cast their glare between the two.
첫 번째 규칙.
Rule number 1.
버스 안에서는
Do not let me hear weapons clashing inside the bus.
이 순간 이후
If any of you break that rule, as of now,
너희는 내
you're going to be
제발
begging for me to let you die.
애원하게 될 거야. 난 충분히
I'm sure you know what I'm capable of.
알지.
Sinclair's writhing on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Heathcliff glowered, but couldn't bring himself to argue back.
단테.
Dante, I'm sorry about this. I'll need you to rewind one more time.
알려주시죠.
I'd rather die than have to bear that harrowing pain once more. I waggled my head in dejection. The faint hint of a smile on Vergilius' face vanishes as his expression shifts.
내가 아직 사과와 부탁을 하고 있을
You better open up while I'm still feeling generous enough to ask and offer apologies, Manager Dante. Oh, in case you're refusing, simply because you don't want more pain, I can gladly help you with that.
그 정도의 고통에는 눈
This degree of pain will feel like nothing by the time I'm done. Surely you'll be a tougher person afterward, right?
내가 잘못 들은 건가? 관리자님이 분명 거부 의사를 내비쳤던
Did I hear
것 같은데.
correctly? I'm pretty sure the manager declined your request. You,
기어드는
this is not the time to step in.
입사할 때
I was informed that when I joined the company that this executive manager would be my superior, not you.
관리자께서 고개를
I would
저으시고
say that the manager has made themselves clear with the shake of his head.
그래. 보호자간
I see, so their aide has decided to step in. Is that it?
그렇다면
Then it is my turn to make clear what I mean.
충분한 의미를 전달해 줘야겠군.
The red hue of his eyes grew deeper, much to my dread. I don't really know what I'm meant to do as the manager, or even if I deserve to take this role. But I felt as though I should at least stop things here so we don't get into an even bigger mess. Reviving one should hurt less than reviving 12 at once. I'll rewind the clock, it's okay. He withdrew his red glare, as if in mutual understanding.
잘 생각하셨군.
Good thinking. As you wish, manager.
그러시겠다니.
Otis seemed to want to add her input, but she promptly backed down and straightened herself out. The red door greeted me again, along with the twisting sensation. I'd given up trying to describe the throes I go through. Words can't express it in full anyway. Thank you very much.
고맙습니다.
Sinclair stood up with pained moan and bowed to me before waddling back to his seat. I'm in love. Okay, this is gonna be a fight. Clear within 10 turns. Gotcha. I want... Ba-bum. Who do I want to drop?
저를요? 최선은 다해볼게요.
Okay. So he is red and orange.
저를요?
You are red and green.
내가 필요해?
You are green and... Okay.
최선을 다해볼게.
네, 원하신다면.
모두에게 평등하게. 모두에게 평등하게.
따라가겠어요.
모두에게 평등하게.
Okay.
목표인가요? 손쉽죠.
저기 질문이 있네.
Okay, one moment. I am going to go get a drink. Got myself a snack too. Alright. Pardon me, I have a question. I'm just gonna call her Dawn. Suddenly raised her hand. Shoot.
첫 번째 규칙은 이해했다네. 그럼 두 번째는 무엇인가?
Verily, I don't I understood the first rule well. What is the second rule then?
아니 그걸 왜 굳이 나서서 물어보는 거야?
Why are you so eager to learn that? Virgilius gave a cold stare at Ryushu, who had just lit her cigarette. She looked back at him with a peculiar face.
두 번째 규칙.
Rule number 2.
버스 바닥에
Don't litter the bus floor with cigarettes.
버리지 마.
They leave burn marks.
자국 남으니까.
The bus falls silent again.
잠깐. 버스에 정적이 흐르면 안 되지.
Now wait a second.
엔진 소리는 어디 갔나?
The bus shouldn't be this quiet. Where's the engine's roar?
캐론, 왜 속도를 안 내는 거지?
답이 없어. 메피가 배고파해.
Meppy is hungry.
잘 됐군.
Good. We could use something to lift the
좀
mood.
환기시키지.
Are we dropping by a gas station? The idea of Virgilius casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus, like an average driver, felt alien.
차가 움직이려면
The car needs fuel to run.
필요하지. 캐론, 헤드라이트를 깜빡거려봐.
Try flashing the headlights a bit,
조명처럼.
like stage lights.
댄스 타임이야.
It's dance timey. Oh my god.
잠깐. 헤드라이트까지 켜면 습격받기.
We're effectively asking to be attacked.
그걸 노리고.
That appears to be the intent. Sorry? I could hear someone slam the bus outside. Leave all your stuff behind and get off. You got 30 seconds.
30초 준다. 10, 9, 대박! 20이 빠졌잖아.
He skipped 20 of them.
그럼 20초 동안은 기도나 하고 있어라.
왜 이렇게 주변에 모자란 사람들이 많은 건지.
뭐라고 했냐?
비겁하게 습격을 하다니. 틀림없는 악인들이로군.
Villains without a shadow of a doubt, huh?
자, 다들 내려. 그리고 말이야. 최대한 죽지 않을 만큼만 해줘. 알지?
So we don't want to kill them. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Blue.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
God, I love this so much.
친구를 남겨두면 안전한.
죽을 뻔했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
They're all weak to slash. Green, orange. Just take up.
껍들을 제거하겠어. 셔츠는 낙엽하오.
해냈어요.
완전한 침묵.
Low morale, huh? Purple, purple, green, green.
껍들을 제거하겠어. 셔츠는 낙엽하오.
깔끔한 전투였어요. 적의 모든 급소를 파악했거든요.
That's nice. So everything levels up kind of, but the ones who are in your, they level up more. Okay. Sweet. Oh my god, I just read my Discord. Yeah, you're back. Oh yeah, the new guy in our group is a felon. He got fired from his job after pulling a knife on management, but he's chill. His name's Albert. That is I don't know. I'm gonna keep going with this team.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
A guttural noise. The side of the bus lurches and splits open. Number of human shapes littered the ground before its maw. Some were still conscious, while others weren't exactly in one piece. Wow, it's eating people. Ryushu watched it with a satisfied expression. Seemingly determined to savor every moment. While in that corner of my eye, Sinclair was clearly distressed.
다들 제정신이 아닌 것 같아요. 그렇지 않나요?
They all look like they're out of their minds. Don't you think so too? His reaction got me curious to know their stories. Just to make sure none of you were forced into this to join, right? Though what I was involved with before my head's change is a mystery, I myself was practically forced to join the company, judging from what I know at the moment. And maybe they aren't so different from me. Or so I thought, when Sinclair's head drooped in response, like I struck a nerve.
그래요.
That's right.
맞아요.
It was by my
이건
choice.
제 선택이죠.
I'll get used to this,
저도
right?
익숙해질 거야.
He muttered as if he were talking to someone other than me.
입사하지 않았어도 했을 일이요.
'Tis what I have done, even if the company recruited me. Not. Look, yon horde of evil approaches. I love the art style. It's like a mix between Lobotomy Corporation and Library of Ruina. Like the... oh my god. straight bottom row.
폭들을 제거하겠어.
Stagger.
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Let's go. Blue, purple, 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 blue.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
해냈어요.
셔츠는 낙엽.
Goddamn.
흙의 거울은 깨졌어.
Alright, purple, blue. Oh, no. I'm gonna go blue, cyan, blue, orange, orange, blue.
폭들을 제거하겠어. 셔츠는 낙엽.
침묵. 완전한 침묵. 깔끔한 전투였어요. 적의 모든 급소를 파악했거든요.
Wow. Enkephalin capacity up. Oh, is that like a... So this was made into a mobile game. So maybe it's got a energy system. Okay. Yeah, it's got an energy system. Cool.
따라가겠어요.
What if I use her instead of...
앞장서시오.
He's got the blue affinity. Noah's got the orange affinity. What affinity does she have?
따라가겠어요.
Those guys have that affinity. And orange, red, and purple. That's balanced. No one's got this, but that's fine. I've only got 3 of those in the entire.
앞장서시오.
Actually, I think this is a little more balanced. Okay.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고. 배불게 밥을 먹은 지가 언제더라. 기계 덩어리 팔자가 더 낫네.
Wow.
제공되는 식사는 모두 정량이에요.
그 정도 먹어서는 기운이 안 난단 말이야.
Not nearly enough to get me going? In what sense? I thought I heard Heathcliff's shout, you think I'm doing this on a full stomach? In the distance, but Radia seemed to pretend she heard nothing. Speaking of, does this bus run on stuff like blood or protein?
엔케팔린이에요.
It's enkephalin. An energy source Lobotomy Corporation treated.
이전 엘사 말이군요.
You mean the previous L Corp?
특이점으로
I heard it produced energy using its singularity,
엘사가 몰락한 지금은
though all that remains of the company is now rubble.
맞아요. 그래서 지금은 구하기가
That's right.
힘들어요.
Which is why it's become a rarity these days.
하지만
However,
펠레스는
Mephistolis is capable of forcibly extracting enkephalin from the body. The body? I posed a question, watching Otis give orders to the other sinners, then glancing at the maw of the bus in turn.
네,
Correct. Enkephalin can only be extracted from the brain and the spinal nerves. It can be taken from live subjects for greater efficiency. So that's why Virgilius told the sinners not to kill the assailants.
그럼
Okay, and
해당 부위만 먹여도 되는 거 아니야?
if why the rest of their body is what you're thinking, there's a point, as their blood and flesh can also be processed into fuel.
엔케팔린이
While enkephalin is used to generate ignition and thrust, the remaining organic material is spent on maintaining speed, thus reducing enkephalin usage.
천천히 소모되게 하기 위한 설계죠.
하이브리드요.
A hybrid. Faust went on to explain how most vehicles' fuel is taken from the branch facilities and that it won't be a sufficient source on its own. But most of it went in one ear and out the other. Well, that's complicated. I got that it's tough work, at least.
뭘요? 파우스트는 고생하지 않는답니다.
Don't mention it. Faust knows no struggle.
고생은
If anyone's doing the heavy lifting, it'd be us. Hey! Manager Bud. More incoming. Man, I love this game already. Okay. We're gonna go purple, blue, blue, purple.
해보겠습니다.
No, you lost one.
맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Oh, wow, that was fast. More people have the indigo.
해보겠습니다. 해냈어요.
Okay. Red. Or do I want to go blue?
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Okay. Oh no, you got staggered! Buddy! Purple, purple, orange, green. Purple, purple.
금방 다녀올게.
고개 거울은 깨졌어.
Okay. We can stagger him before he...
완전한 침묵.
Cool.
완벽하네. 오히려 살짝 싱거웠달까?
Below your level. Okay. I wanna... Oh, this is so cool. Window.
시간대가
Oh, okay.
제일 마음이 편해지더라고요. 모두 힘내세요.
Dispense. Okay. Into the Inferno. I'm just collecting up there. Let's keep going. Yes. Yeah. I want the blade lineage. You. Ooh, I can bring in another person.
따라가겠어요.
Okay, okay. That is. What do you?
따라가겠어요. 따라가겠어요.
Yes, yes, yes. That's good. That's good.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
어이, 적당히 끝.
Hey, that's enough of that. We're expecting guests anytime now. Really, said, poking his head out the window. A guest? Who?
처음으로 가는 던전이니까.
I've determined that we'll need a guide, as this is our first trip into a dungeon.
저 혹시
Excuse me?
림버스 컴퍼니
Are you the people from Limbus Company? Oh, she's cute. Someone approaches us slowly.
맞나 보네요.
Looks like it. The bus had just about finished its meal, crunching on the last remaining bone chips. Yuri watched it indifferently before introducing herself.
예전 엘사에서
I'm Yuri,
근무했던
a former
이름이에요.
employee of the previous L Corp. I look forward to working with you. By L Corp, do you mean
로보토미
it has to be Lobotomy Corporation?
네,
That's right.
우리는
We will
로보토미
explore the
코퍼레이션.
former branch facilities of
그
Lobotomy
엘사의
Corporation,
옛 지구들을
also
향해.
called the old L Corp.
저라면 불러도 절대 안 왔을
If I were you, I wouldn't have taken part in this.
추락한 날
Being a fallen wing and everything, I doubt your employment ended on pleasant terms.
무슨 소리야?
What are you on about? At any point in your life can be pleasant as long as you've got enough money to spend. I heard those places are still teeming with monsters to this day.
괴물이 아니라 환상.
Not monsters, abnormalities.
어쨌든 사실이에요.
The rumors are true either way.
하지만 더 중요한
But
것들이
there are more important matters.
지구 가장 깊숙한
In the
곳에
deepest reaches of these branches are neoplastic plant-like growths holding the essence of L Corp's technology. Dante. If you remember, I believe I offered to let you finish engraving your aspect a few days ago. With the essence, those golden boughs in our hands, it'll be easy as pie. The word aspect still makes my head ache. What was I trying to do?
억지로 떠올리려고 할 필요는
There's no
없어요.
need to rouse your brain, trying to remember what you can't. It'll all come back in due time. I returned a slow nod to Faust's placid advice. Alright. For now, I should focus on what I currently know and see. And if it's Lobotomy Corporation we're scouring, we might find some in Keflin too. Oh, does that mean we won't have to feed people into the vehicle?
거기다가
We could also grab some ego if we're lucky.
애고까지 얻을 테니.
So that's 3 rats with 1 stone. Ego? That's another unknown term that makes my head tilt. But in any case, it seemed rather rude to keep talking to each other when we had a guest on board. And someone else seemed to agree.
유리 씨는
So, Miss Yuri, what have you been up to since the layoff? Gregor gave his best shot at making some conversation with a well-meaning smile to put the newest passenger at ease. His brows seemed to switch due to the lack of practice, but it was no big deal. It appears to me that thou art an honorable fixer. It is said that all fixers exude the noble scent of heroes. As Yuri was nodding lightly, I heard Ishmael let out a deep sigh.
어디서 그런 소식을 들었는지
I don't know who gave you that idea, but fixers are anything but noble or heroic. The only scent you smell is the miserable stink of wage slaves.
금세 다른 먹거리 찾는 게 쉽진 않았을 텐데.
It couldn't have been easy to find another job so soon. Good that you're holding up.
아직은
For now, I'm just a contract worker. That explains why you decided to crawl on back there. Did they promise to promote you to team leader or something if you struck gold in your former workplace? My contracts might get extended if I return with results. Right. And a good result is something you'd risk your life for if you want to earn a permanent spot. What a futile life that is. Hey, what's with the sarcasm? Is something a problem?
글쎄요.
I don't know. I have a problem with every single thing I'm hearing right now.
마음에 안 드는 거 천지라.
Seemingly unaffected by the abrasive attitude, Yuri quietly took an empty seat. Looking back and forth between the two, Gregor returned to his seat, as well as scratching his head. I can't seem to get used to being around these people.
빨리 배어드는 편이 편할 겁니다, 단테.
Oh my god. It will be beneficial for you to adapt them sooner than later, Dante. Karen, it's time to go. Our guest has taken her seat. Mephie's tum revived. Karen is raring to drive. I am in love with this game. I can get an absolute resonance already. Yeah.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Yo.
겨우 이 정도야.
해냈어요.
언제나 당연한 결과를.
That was an absolute fucking destroy. I mean, I don't know what else I can say. That is the best
개시합니다.
I can do.
겨우 이 정도야.
Okay. Turn 3. Yeah, they're about to get fucked. Cool.
금방 다녀올게.
해냈어요.
완전한 침묵.
Wow.
완벽하네. 오히려 살짝 싱거웠달까?
Sweet. Alright. Level 4 instantly. Yeah. Okay. Let us continue the story. Yeah.
이게 최선이겠죠?
저 근데
Sorry to ask,
지도는
but
저기
if
있는데
I have the map, how do you know what roads to take? Answerless, the bus keeps speeding away. Anyway,
그건 말이지.
we do have something to lead us.
감이지.
Intuition.
카른의 감.
Canon intuition.
네?
Huh?
분홍머리.
Pinky hair.
카른의
Explain.
이유가 뭐야?
Why do you keep rubbing that odd paper in Karen's face? Because you keep going in weird directions. Take a look at this map. Our destination is to the southeast of here.
남동쪽 방향인데.
As she couldn't ignore the thing right in front of her eyes.
마음이 향하는
Follow the heart. That's where the true path lies.
벌써 우리는 모두 마음이 향하는 곳으로 나아가야만 하네.
그냥 지도 보는 것도 못
You're just admitting you can't read a map.
제가 하고 싶은 걸 대신 해주실 줄이야.
Oh my god. This is funny.
오, 우리 기사님
Did the driver make a new friend?
분홍머리가 계속
Pinky keeps on
제자리야.
babbling. I know the way.
길을 알고 있단 말이야. 아니 그러니까
No, I mean, you're going the wrong direction.
앞에 또 장애물이야. 부릉부릉.
Do I have room?
아니,
No, canon. Wait a second.
보스가 근사해 보이는데. 메피스토 팰레스의 후식 시간인 모양이군.
A helping of dessert.
메리지, 아직 밥을 더 먹여야겠어.
Fed a bit more? Okay. Yeah, let's just...
죄를 새겨주겠어.
겨우 이 정도야.
해냈어요.
한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Just destroy them. Looks like they won a few clashes. It's fine. Okay. got staggered again. Red, orange.
행동을 개시합니다.
Yeah.
완전한
혈이
당연한 결과.
흉터의 결과요. 갈갈이 베어버렸어.
Wow.
피보다 정신이 맑을 때가 없군.
Let us continue. I love that. That is funny. Let's continue on the story, yeah.
모두에게
I
평등.
don't know if I want her. What is... Yeah.
예술을 보여주지.
네, 원하신다면.
That's better. Because...
와, 기대되네.
네, 원하신다면.
와, 기대되네요.
네, 원하신다면.
Here's a ×3 for that and a ×2 for that.
최선을 다해볼게.
즉시 출격하겠습니다. 즉시 출격하겠습니다.
That one might actually be best. Okay.
살아갈 준비는 끝냈습니다. 카론, 이쪽이
Now, Karen, tell me, is this east or west?
카론은 두
Karen
가지
only knows two
방향입니다.
directions.
매피의 앞쪽과
Front and back.
지금까지
How did you come so far with a driver who has zero sense of direction?
카론,
Like I said, the sun rises from... At the driver's seat, three heads gathered together over a map. Well over one of them might have been a slightly different elevation.
꼬맹이, 너도 저기 뛰어야
Aren't you gonna join him too? I'm not a child, and I most certainly am not little. Watching Dawn shake her head, her fist sky high at Rodia, I noticed a bitter gaze falling upon them out of the corner of my view. I'm starting to think that Yuri gal might have put up with a rough childhood. Gregor turned around to take a glance in my direction, then shook his head and went back to looking at the driver's side, with his chin resting on his hand.
딱히 어린 편도 아니야.
Wouldn't be on the youngest side either. Some nests used to conscript anyone old enough to hold a knife. Nests. A nest was basically the center of a district, if my memory is correct. Sounds like nests used to get into wars with one another in the past. Did that happen often?
아주 없는 일은 아니야.
Not frequently, but it sure as hell did happen.
관리자 양반.
Interested in learning about wars, Manager Bud? Oh, I'm not really curious about the details, just gathering info. I should know as the manager. As I was about to go on, a glimpse of Gregor's expression caught from the side stopped me in my tracks. His eyes seemed to be fixed somewhere far more distant than the driver's seat.
그런 자세를 뭐라고 하고 싶어?
Don't get me wrong, Manager Bud, but I'm not trying to criticize you or anything. Heck, it's actually a pretty stand-up attitude for a boss, I'd say. He slowly continued taking out a pack of cigarettes from his pocket.
그래도
Still, ignorance is a gift you should savor
모르는 게
when you have it,
길일지도 모른다고 생각해.
if you ask me.
일단 알게 되면
Once you're burdened with knowledge, there's no going back. Without another word, he lit his cigarette.
아니요. 방금 저쪽에서 우회전을 했어야죠.
You should have turned right at the intersection.
괜찮아요.
It's okay,
카론.
Karen. We can turn around at this next junction.
올바른 길로 갈 수 있어요.
The woes of a driver.
고단해.
뭐
Well, looks like we have more pressing matters at hand. Ain't that right, Manager Bud?
그래.
Gregor cackled with the cigarette smoke in his mouth. I was still curious to learn what he'd been through, but he's right. I should focus on other things for now. An urgent matter showed up right before our bus. Shaped doorstep, too. Enough squabbling now. More enemies inbound. You shoved my pals in that bus, you sick bastards. Are you nuts? You'll pay for this. We were just gonna leave the bus. But now I've gotta see you all bleed. Yeah. Fuel is making a fuss. Karen will get dizzy if mouths are being noisy. Nothing to worry about, Karen. They'll shut their mouths soon enough. Off the bus. That's funny. Okay. Orange, blue, 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 orange.
행동을 개시합니다.
좋은 전략이다.
Red, red. Or blue, red, orange, blue, blue, green.
행동을 개시합니다.
혈이 난자오.
해냈어요.
Alright. Red, orange, blue, green, blue, blue.
금방 다녀올게.
혈이 난자오.
좋은 전략이다.
Ooh. Blue, 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 blue. Green, blue, blue. Look at that.
좋은 전략이다.
지금이 기회입니다.
한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
That was ridiculous. Okay, let's look at the map again. Can you please focus? Looking at the trio arguing over the map once again, a question arose in my mind. By the way, this bus was specifically made for Limbus Company, right?
정확히는
It was made exclusively for us, to be more precise. Isn't that basically what I said?
그게 그 뜻 아니에요.
You appear to be failing to identify the nuance. That's weird. I don't think I spoke that part out loud. Is the clock broken or something?
그 정도는
I can tell that much without hearing it verbalized.
파우스트는
There is nothing that Faust doesn't know, after all. Anyway, it must have taken a long while to get out of the oven, especially with that mouth on the side.
예상한 만큼 걸려서
It only took the expected amount of time. She's downright oppressive to talk to.
파우스트는 천재예요.
Faust is well-renowned genius. She knows ins and outs of the city. If you're so smart, why don't you help those twits and at the driver's side figure out the way? Can't sleep a wink with their constant bickering.
파우스트는 오지랖
Faust is no meddler. She answers to questions but doesn't chime in without being asked first.
묻지도 않은 것을 말해. 그리고
Additionally, there is no greater joy for a human being than to ponder on problems in order to grasp an answer. Faust would rather not spoil that delight.
산통을 깨고 싶지 않네요.
뭘 골똘히 고민을
He wouldn't get it.
해봤어야
I doubt he's pondered on anything ever. I saw Heathcliff's grip on the bat tightened. However, with Vergilius casting a glare his way, he clicked his tongue and crossed his arms and forced his eyes shut. I wonder why they're so vitriolic. You and me both, manager bud. You and me both. I like him. He's nice. With Gregor's snickers, the bus started again.
관리자님의 99% 명령과 1%의 제 실력이 합쳐진 결과였습니다.
Manager level increased. Woohoo! Okay.
빨리 끝내고
Just gonna
밥
keep
먹으러 가자고.
going with this. Boy, Greg,
혹시 저
you know those
친구가
pals? Huh? Give me a break. There's no way I'd know someone in this corner of the back streets. Gregor's face goes dark in the moment. He looks out the window. Bugheads? Unlike the other miscreants we've run into, they were part insectoid. Gosh, Dante, thank goodness your head is shaped like a clock. I would have gagged if my manager was a huge bug.
쳐다볼 때마다 헛구역질했을 것 같아.
저거
Isn't that the same type of augmentation you have, Gregor? They stitch disgusting insect heads to their necks on purpose?
가까이 붙지 마.
You'd better stay away. Wouldn't want to catch the pest. Ne? Is that true?
장난이야.
Just a joke. Does my sense of humor not fly with kids your age? While Gregor was left scratching his head, the bus made a languishing sound and came to a slow, deflating halt. Past, G Corp had procedures on most employees to give them biometric weapons like the one Gregor has.
그레고르 씨
You used to work for the old G Corp, Gregor?
있어요?
That company must have been...
그때 지사랑
Ismail frowned as if she remembered something unpleasant, but didn't speak further. Gregor wore a smile on his mouth, but his hardened eyes were resting downcast, just as a moment ago.
저런 분들은 평소에
I wonder, where do people like them sleep at night? For many, the sky is the roof over their heads, and the stars are their firelight. Ah, so they're the poetic sort. I don't think that's what he meant. And unless my eyes deceive me, they're intent on obstructing our journey. Aren't you going to get off, Gregor?
굳이 날
Care to
찝어서
explain
말하지.
why you're calling my name specifically? Who knows? I don't feel like rambling about someone else's past with my own tongue. Take the lead, Gregor. You know the reason. You're one nasty fellow. A group of soldiers with heads of insects gather near the bus. I'm not too fond of being in the vanguard.
뭐야?
What are you?
왜 우리
Why does your arm look like ours?
가지고 있지?
Hold on, I've seen that face before.
주로 포스터
Mostly on flyers and magazine covers, I'd bet. Gregor, do you know them from somewhere? Not really important right now, manager. Don't think we have the time for reminiscing.
아니에요.
신경 쓰이긴
That
하지만
arm bothers me, but whatever. The point is I can't let you through.
어쨌든
Is that so? I suppose we can't talk this out.
그런데 이것들은 왜
Why are they
이렇게
showing their
벌레
buggy
모습을
side out in the
보이는
open
거야?
anyway?
어린애들은
They'd
마주치면
make
눈물부터
kids cry.
터뜨리겠어.
Really ought to take some concealing lessons from our Greg over here. Right?
내가 특이한 케이스야.
I'm a special case. The procedure makes those buggy parts grow on the head most of the time.
그러니까
Although, I'm not sure if I consider myself lucky.
모르겠지만
이유는 모르겠지만
It feels like they're trying to stop us from getting to the branch facility for some reason.
이들도 황금 가죽
Are they after the golden bow too? Maybe so. There ought to be many that are after the essence. And I'm sure each has their own wishes. Isn't that true?
날 쳐다봐.
What's that look for? I haven't got a clue either. Massive resonation.
순조로운 전략입니다.
Cool. So each has a stagger resist. That's cool. I'm actually gonna go red here, because I've already got a full resonation.
명령대로 하겠습니다. 좋은 전략입니다.
Sweet.
맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Um, do I go blue or green? What does that do? Oh, you need 3 red. You need 3 orange. So I'm just gonna full resonate.
죄를 새겨주겠어. 혈이 남자오.
꺼냈다.
Indeed.
맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
But this would be... that would get all of them, except for the red.
해보겠습니다.
혈이 남자오.
좋은 전략입니다.
Interesting. So you can deal with passes as well.
갈갈이 베어버렸어.
Sweet.
보다 정신이 맑을 때가 없군.
Faust, you to the least. Bozo. Bozo. Okay. All right. Sorry. Let's just continue into battle like this. That's good.
범람할 시간이요.
That's good.
내가 필요해?
It's good. That's like,
저를요?
내가 필요해?
it's only 2.
내가 필요해? 내가 필요해?
Yeah,
즉시 출격하겠습니다.
it's 2. What if I
네, 원하신다.
와, 기대되네요.
14 on the...
내가
But
필요해?
that gives a lot of blue.
최선을 다해볼게.
즉시 출격하겠습니다.
최선을 다해볼게.
즉시 출격하겠습니다.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this team.
필요하오.
도착했다. 역시
We're here. Karen knew the way all along.
여기는 무슨
No, you didn't.
역시예요.
Sinclair had to steer you from both. Sinclair and I had to steer you from both sides nonstop.
그래도 이제
I'm glad that at
서양 쪽과
least you learned to tell the difference between southeast and northeast, Karen. So this is the old L Corp.
저도 직접 보는 건
This is my
처음이에요.
first time seeing it with my own eyes
그
too.
일이 있고 나서 시간이 오래 지나진
It can't have been too long. It can't have been long since that happened.
세상에
My goodness,
어떻게
how can a building be in such a derelict state? This is a surprising scene from our rich boy, isn't it?
잡담은 그만.
Cut the chatter. Time to step off. Huh? There are people over there.
유리 씨와 같은
They're fixers from the same office as Miss Yuri.
El사지부에 이미 몇
They're
번
experienced
방문한 적이
explorers who have visited the branches of L Corp's a number of times.
인사하지.
Give your greetings. The person on the left is Hopkins, and the one on the right is
저기
Aya.
계시는 분이 아야시다.
안녕하십니까.
붉은 시선님, 직접 만나게 되셔서
He's a
정말
fanboy.
영광입니다. 소문으로만 익히 들어왔었는데 이렇게 직접.
Yeah.
저 앞에 허름한 창고.
See the shabby warehouse there? That's where the stairs leading down to the branch facility are.
계단부터는 여기.
From there, Yuri will be your guide.
여기 해결사 분들
Fixers have been around a bit. Count them to handle the complications.
이만하면 되었겠지.
That should be enough, yeah?
내 통행.
This is as far as I can accompany you. I'll be waiting back at the bus.
버스에서 너희들을 기다리고 있겠어.
Oh, wait, what?
언제 끌고 뒷발.
You're sorely mistaken if you expect me to babysit you forever, Dante.
혼자서 발 뻗고 쉬고
So you'll
있는
take back
사람들과
seat and idle away all alone?
애당초 내가
If I get myself involved in the expedition,
관광하러
the expedition would be a little too free of challenge, wouldn't it? It'd turn into more of a tour.
한마디로 실컷 쥐었다.
In other words, you want us to come back red, black, and blue.
보통 저렇게 말하면
That's the kind of line people with ulterior motives say.
편한 대로 생각.
Think whatever you want.
특별히 가이드분까지
I've gotten you guides and everything, so do your best down there.
네, 잘 해내고 오겠습니다. 붉은 시선님.
최선을 다해보긴
I'll try my
할게요.
best. I think. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna...
명령대로 하겠습니다.
남자.
한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Okay, next. Blue. Red, blue. Or I can go... Yeah.
행동을 개시합니다.
흉터의 결과요.
좋은 전략입니다.
당연한 결과죠.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Nice.
겨우 이 정도.
좋은 전략입니다.
Looks like we're winning overall.
지금이 기회입니다. 당연한 결과죠.
This is wave 2 of 2. Let's go. Orange, blue, orange, blue, 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 orange, blue, green.
할게.
좋은 전략입니다. 순조로운 전략입니다. 좋은 전략입니다. 관리자님의 99% 명령과 1%의 제 실력이 합쳐진 결과였습니다.
Sweet. Yeah, it's going alright. There's 11 of these. Alright, I'm gonna finish out this part of the story, and then
끝냈습니다.
I will stop the stream today.
좀 보시죠.
Just a moment with me, please. While the team was busy exchanging greetings, Virgilius called me to a secluded place.
미리 말해두자면
Let me tell you in advance
저들은 발급
that they're only grade 8 fixers. Grade 8? It means they're low-ranked drudges, errands being their main tasks.
저들을 이용은
Use them for your benefit, but don't rely on them.
말아야 할 겁니다.
I can't count on them to deal with everything for us, in other words. I nodded to let him know that I understood his point. You might be the only one on the bus I can actually converse with. Well, best of luck, Dante. Virgilius pat my shoulder with a bitter smile before slowly making his way back to the bus. Okay. Gonna do blue, blue. Yeah, just green, blue, orange.
금방 다녀올게.
제가 순조로운 전략을
I can go... And then also resonant orange.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
Resonate with orange.
좋은 전략입니다.
Okay. Just gonna keep doing
금방
that.
다녀올게.
That gives the most passives out.
겨우 이 정도야?
Okay. Blue. You got staggered. No. Buddy, no. Okay. That's not Buddy, though. Blue. Red. Blue, blue, blue. Just gonna...
명령대로 하겠습니다. 해냈어요.
한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘. 한테.
Okay. And then I can just end this out.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠? 해냈어요.
I love the music to this game. Sinclair finished it! Woohoo!
제 덕은 아닐 거예요. 그래도 칭찬해 주셔서 감사해요, 관리자님. 순간 제
Yo.
어머니가 생각났어요.
Let's go, baby! Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. Okay. The dungeon boss. What am I? What am I giving? You don't have enough. Ooh, a symbol in Keflin modules. Let's put me at low energy. Low energy. I'll do 6. That way I've got some energy. Okay. Designate the identities who enter the dungeon with you. You can't adjust your team once inside, so choose wisely. Once you're fully prepared, press the enter button. What is this? Oh, I'm letting him up.
검이 부러질 때까지 함께하겠소.
That is cool as fuck. Though I merely yearn to gaze out a window, here the paper covering its openings obstructs the moonlight. much to my heart's discontent. The child looking up at the paper window with his dissatisfied, narrowed eyes. He didn't seem to give any attention to his interlocutor. You're the one who said you wanted to sleep in a tile-roofed house? Sip. The sound of tea passing his lips sounded his disapproval. Additionally, moving to the south was also your idea, Yisan. Well, I do not deny that. Receiving the other child's flack, the child had known as Yisung slowly turned his head to face her. We were in need of new territory from which to extort. Were we not? I believe I offered an apt solution. You just won't back down, will you? Yielding is not a behavior that aligns with me. Why don't you take that mantle for us in that case? What made you recommend me to be leader instead? Excess slavery does not mirror my ideal performance, both mental and manual. Says the one nicknamed Slayer for taking an excess of lives, huh? It's my preference to be wholly focused when I am doing my job. Whilst engaging in the rhythm exchange, a child with dark bags under his eyes stopped to recall something, then added. In addition, I remember you once asked this. You're usually a laid-back jokester, so what transformed you into a cold-blooded killer whenever a sword is in your hand? That I did. I hope today's exchange has provided an answer. The child nonchalantly nursed his tea after that. The look on the other child's face shows discomfort among many other things, but to describe them all in detail would be a disservice. Isn't that right? Sweet. That is cool. Wow. That's cool as fuck. You can't uptie. What about you? You can't either. Cool. Wait. How do I...
이 오티스 참전합니다.
We entered the derelict building of Lobotomy Corporation. As the light goes dim, the dreadful stench from underground grows stronger. The smell is awful. I can feel the waste collecting in my lungs. The odor is intense. It winds back to refreshing. Let me warn you one last time. If you die here, Dante won't be able to resurrect you, even when the battle has finished. Resuscitate? Must be a popular joke or something. Phew. Can't even tell what kind of stories circulate the cities these days. They seem to have misunderstood us, but seeing as Faust made no comment on it, I decided not to add my input. The sources of this rancid smell were a more pressing concern. Looks like they probably died a while ago. An astute observation, manager. The corpses have reached the stage of an active decay. Ugh. Looks like the bugs are having a feast over there. Let's just hurry it along. Huh? Something up? Gregor, babe? He's scared of bugs. Now I'm sure you're more mature than shoving dead bugs in someone's face. but just in case one of you... What's funny about this? I mean, it's hilarious.
있잖아. 벌레를 무서워하는 게 다른 사람도 아닌 자기일 줄은.
Willie, stop. He was putting his paws up on my wall. I mean, it's hilarious. Who would have thought that all of you, you of all people, would be scared of those little wrigglers? Greg, did you hate it that bad? Forget it.
거기
You there, stop with your mischief this instant. Do not cause additional concerns for our manager.
말란 말이다.
잠깐.
Hold on, this body is still warm.
낮에 온
공격받은 건
Such is the sign of a recent attack.
우려.
The gloom that had cast over Yuri's face is cleared after observing the bodies for a minute.
우리 아니
These aren't our, Lobotomy Corporation's employees.
여긴 이제 금광.
I heard these buried facilities are considered pure gold mines now, attracting all sorts looking for riches.
몇몇 해결사나 조직들 사이에선 로보토미 그림이나
Phrases like the lobotomy dream or encephalon rush are apparently starting to catch among fixers and syndicates.
로
LD E-Rush. Got a nice ring to it.
멋있는 줄임이고.
Is that what you have to say after keeping quiet for so long?
그러한
In such, a frivolous use of English is not prone to the original blurring of the original meaning.
제 말이 그 말이.
That's what I'm saying.
이성 씨.
Huh? You seem to be talking a lot more than usual. Isong? Does that reflect strangely?
그이는 원래
He was never really the quiet sort.
최근에 조금 바뀌었을 뿐.
He only had a shift recently.
관찰력이 높은 졸개가
It's not a bad thing to have more lackeys with keen eyes.
계속 지금의 상태를
I'd like you to
유지했으면 좋겠고.
keep that up.
가지.
Let us march.
마치 그대가
You make yourself look like captain here. I dare say that role belongs to the manager. Please, forgive my insolence,
주제가
manager.
넘었습니다.
Frowning, as though she were caught off guard, Otis bows to me, as she apologizes. No. It's nothing. Let's head down. Most of the corpses' bodies were morphed in bizarre ways. Only one had pairs of wings protruding their intestines, another had horribly twisted antennae hanging down.
우리가 아까 마주쳤던
These look kind of similar to the thugs we ran into before, don't they?
그
You mean those bug-headed people?
있던 사람들 말이죠.
Quiet, I'm seeing uniformed tangos ahead. As Otis noted, multiple figures could be seen down the corridor. Uniform? What's all that? Unidentified targets, possibly hostile. I'm sure one idea crossed all of our minds. The enigmatic abnormalities that might be roaming this facility, as Faust mentioned. That might be what those shadowy figures are. We have no choice but to face them. Hey, who goes there? Instead, what we were faced was people. It was too early to deem that as fortunate, though. Huh? I thought we were the only people around here. Did they slip past our team at the entrance? Those scavengers keep coming one after the other. Oi, buggers. You friends with the bodies, back there? Bodies? You bastards didn't. Wait. I don't know where you scum are from, but hear me out a second. You're here for the encephalon, aren't you? If you go down just one floor, there's a treasure trove just waiting to be nabbed. Whatever's on that floor is yours. We'll just take what we can here and be on our way. Ha! So you recognized me, huh? The moment the soldier's eyes landed on Gregory's face, their thin veil of kindness was torn down. Traitorous peasant. Ah, you must have been dispatched from the front lines, too. I look better in real life than those flyers, right? Cut the cheeky crap. I'm disgusted that I once saluted to your face. Whoa, easy there. It's not like you had to salute me in person. while you posed as a normal member of society thanks to your dumbass privilege, freeing you from the side effects. We never got a chance, you fraternizer. We were thrown away right after the war was lost. I was tossed out all the same. You know, isn't that how it is for all of the soldiers? So this is it, the lifestyle you chose? Rifling through the trash like actual bugs. Halt! No good can come from taunting your foe. You served the military too. You know where this is going. We're not getting out of this without a fight. We were planning to let you through. We really were. But now, I'll mince you and your traitor friend into mud meat. Like hell you were. You were gonna wait for us to climb back with the Enkeflin, so you could backstab us and swipe it. Wait, were they? They've fallen to rock bottom and below. And I swear, down they don't care a whit for honor. Well off or broke, people turn on each other as long as, there's something. You're way too naive to think otherwise. Excuse me. Your goal is to reach the last section of the bottom floor, and retrieve the golden bow. The dungeon consists of multiple floors, each rifle with events and encounters. Clear the sector at the end of the floor to proceed the next. Each sector is connected to one or more path. You can travel to adjacent sectors by selecting them. It's possible to retrace your steps, so feel free to explore where you want first. Sinners don't heal after a battle when in dungeons. Sinners with 0 HP are unable to participate, so keep track of their status. Reaching a checkpoint will allow you to fully restore sinners. After losing a battle, you can reattempt it from the start with whatever living sinners remain on your full team. Oh, this is cool. Ba-bum. Let's just go straight.
이게 최선이겠죠?
금방 다녀올게. 한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Bro, you got staggered round 1.
행동을 개시합니다.
이 정도야. 한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
That was good. Alright. Gregor lights his cigarette and takes a drag, followed by a smoke streaming out of his mouth.
다른 보안업체에 취직을 해도
평생을 군인으로
They spent their
살다가
entire lives as soldiers. Changes required them to start a new life.
적응하고
Must have been overwhelming. You have no idea how stubbornly the stigma of fallen wing remnants will haunt you. If anyone's generous enough to take you in, licking their boots is the least you can do. Oh, sorry about that. Should have chosen my words more carefully.
아니에요.
No, it's fine. I'm sure things were rough with G-Corp's fall too.
비슷했겠죠. 날개가 부러진다.
The breaking out of a wing is a turbulent affair for many people. Enters the containment hall.
이 오티스 참전합니다.
Buddy got a little damaged. Sinclair. In dungeons, creature we call abnormalities exist. Encounters with them will be unavoidable. Okay. Choose one of your Skinner skills and drag it to the abnormality skill slot. Abnormality skills also have speed values, along with determining the order and action. Abnormality speeds are something to pay attention to when you wish to redirect attacks. When you order a sinner with higher speed to target one of the abnormality skill slot, it will be forced to engage in a clash with its new target. Drag a skill belonging to a character with a higher speed to change an abnormality's target. How do I... Ooh! One of these. Okay. By using speed this way, you can freely manipulate who an abnormality attacks. It's vital to switch targets so they are forced into clashes that will play out in your favor. Okay. Okay. One moment. Alright. I don't want you clashing with more than one person. There we go.
행동을 개시합니다.
흉터의 결과요.
좋은 전략이.
겨우 이 정도야?
I cannot... I'm gonna...
금방 다녀올게.
Wow!
해냈어요.
That's cool.
처음 봐요.
I've never seen those before.
모른다고?
You don't know? Hopkins' face quickly turned into a cold frown. It was in such a stark contrast to the face he showed before. He showed before Vergilius. I shuddered in fright. No, into our office to deal with requests taking place in Hellcorp branches. Just two simple jobs. Lead the way and tell us how to deal with those abnormalities. Or whatever. Now look, What do you expect us to do with just... Oh no, I've never seen that before. Huh? Gosh, Hopkins. Feeling hangry? Take it easy.
유리 씨가 처음 볼
If
때
they're in fact new to Miss Yuri, then these might be another type of entity derived from abnormalities. Perhaps a new species. That cor- Yuri, there's no reason to lambast yourself for neglecting to remember what you were never taught.
감사합니다.
Thank you, sir. What's there to argue about? All that matters is we beat him to death, right?
시킨다면
Give the word and we'll do it. Alright. I am going to have to... Okay. I'm going to pick this up at a later encounter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.